Number 5. DX vs the Brothers of Destruction, Crown Jewel 2018. Saudi Arabia has developed a reputation for hosting some controversial matches, and this was no different. Had this match happened during the Attitude Era, it probably wouldn't have been placed on this list. However, at this point, all four men were well past their prime years, with Shawn Michaels even coming out of retirement for a Saudi paycheck. Ring rust didn't help, and several mishaps and botches spilled out throughout the match, with Triple H tearing his pec, Shawn Michaels getting busted open, and even Kane accidentally losing his mask. DX would eventually pick up the win, but unfortunately the damage had already been done, leaving all four legends and the fans disappointed. Number 4. Randy Orton vs Triple H, WrestleMania 25. The build up to this main event match was pretty intense, with Orton kissing an unconscious Stephanie McMahon while Triple H was forced to watch on, to Triple H invading Randy Orton's home. Unfortunately, the booking of WrestleMania 25 went against these two as they fought for the WWE Championship in the main event. Firstly, they had the impossible task of following Shawn Michaels vs The Undertaker, which turned out to be the best WrestleMania match ever. And secondly, the match didn't live up to the hype. The pair would start off trading wrestling holds since the crowd had been exhausted from the match prior, but also seemed a bizarre start for how intense the rivalry had gotten. The fans at this point were just disinterested, and ideally Orton should have won the match, but Triple H walked out the victor after hitting a pedigree. Number 3. The Great Khali vs Triple H, SummerSlam 2008. Triple H has had countless classic matchups at SummerSlam over the years, however perhaps the worst came when he had to face the Great Khali for the WWE Championship. Khali has a reputation for not being the easiest to work with due to his gigantic size restricting his movement, as well as the fact that he speaks little English. The build up to this match would mostly focus on Khali's monstrous strength, and even featured a bizarre Indian broken glass arm wrestling contest on an episode of SmackDown. As SummerSlam arrived, the match would last for around 10 minutes, with even the crowd turning on Khali shouting "You can't wrestle" chants. Triple H had to carry Khali throughout this poor bout, making up for most of the movement in the ring. Despite all this, Triple H managed to overcome the odds and pick up the win to retain the WWE title. Number 2. Scott Steiner vs Triple H, Royal Rumble 2003. Soon after Scott Steiner debuted back into the WWE, he would be drafted to the Raw brand by Eric Bischoff and quickly placed into a world title feud against Triple H. They would face off at the 2003 Royal Rumble, having a bizarre build-up which included muscle poses and bodybuilding contests. The match itself would turn out to be one of the worst World Heavyweight title matches ever. Both men lacked any chemistry together, and the in-ring action was poor, especially with Steiner's limited moveset of clotheslines and suplexes. To top things off, not only did the match last nearly 20 enduring minutes, but Triple H retained the championship by disqualification after being hit with his own sledgehammer. Number 1. The Ultimate Warrior vs Triple H, WrestleMania 12. Triple H's first WrestleMania is probably one he wants to forget. His opponent, the Ultimate Warrior, made his return to the WWE for the first time in over 4 years and exploded back onto the scene like nothing had changed. Warrior practically ran through Triple H in under 2 minutes, famously no-selling Hunter's pedigree by standing straight back up, quickly squashing Triple H for the win. With Triple H having such a legendary WrestleMania career, this certainly wasn't the best way to kickstart it. Triple H would infamously blast Warrior for this in the Self-Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior DVD released by the WWE, but after Warrior returned to the company in 2014, the pair would make friends before Warrior's untimely passing.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more wrestling content.